It's time we moved on and to our next guest, who is from Forcepoint, and I welcome to the stage Eran Amir. It's your song.
I didn't realize it's a grunge band, it's a rock band. They can't play this palm flute part. Yeah. Not bad.
Very sweet. Our amazing band, guys. Now, you're an Israeli, but you're living in England. Your family's in England.
Yes, I came because of the weather. I was misinformed.
What about England? What about here?
Here is lovely. Slovenia is amazingly beautiful.
But you're a musician.
Yes, I do music on the side.
You play guitar.
Guitar.
You're forming a band. You're doing something great. So we're going to hear it. Let's give you a guitar. Give him a guitar, guys.
Oh, should I? No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but
A few seconds. It's not coming off his time. It's all right. You're going to get 30 minutes of them.
Okay.
Here you go.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry for giving the guitar.
Let's hear it for Amir! Mr. Amir, Iran, well done. It's all yours. The floor is yours. Enough of a great introduction. Well done.
Okay, let's go to the beginning. Okay. So, hi everybody. My name is Eran Amir. I'm from the UK team. I'm a consulting engineer and solution architect for Forcepoint. And I came to talk to you about our SASE SSC platform today. There's a high, you should care because there's a high demand for this solution in the market today. Really exploding demand from our customers for more simplified, converged platforms. And I hope that by the end of this, you'll be able to get some information how we can do it for customers and provide them with a simple solution that they can really give them great network access and great security. Remember that security is not it's a means to an end. It's not our goal. Our goal is to really have our customers succeeding and our employees. So giving them the way to sell, to service, it's all about the business. The security is just the way to get there. So I know that a lot of people don't know Forcepoint here, but we're not doing this business. We've been here for over 20 years. We're operating in 160 countries. We have more than 11,000 customers, and we have a great portfolio. And our customers trust our experience, our people, and our innovative technologies, because all the team in Forcepoint is dedicated to make security simple everywhere. So a bit about our technologies. So we have a huge portfolio. You might know our firewall and SD-WAN, which is the SASE part of SSE, the secure access, with the name of StoneSoft technology. Been here with us for 10 years, over 10 years. And we secure our branches, offices, and offices with zero-touch deployment, with the zero downtime, single click update. We have our DLP solution, hands down the best in the market. It needs no introduction. If you know, they've been, for the last decade, it's been the top of the list of all analysts and have great reviews. And to tie all this together, we have our Forcepoint 1, our SSC platform that we're introducing to today. One single platform, modern zero trust platform built on a SASE architecture, all delivered from the cloud, built on our AWS public cloud hyperscaler with 4 nines of availability and 300 POPs around the world. So this is us. And we evolved with the security over time. This time is unprecedented transformation everywhere. You know, we live in an age that the security cycle goes up and down. You know, we started on the mainframe, then everybody wanted the desktop, and then they wanted the mobile, and it was smart mobile, and then they want to have the cloud, so now everything's going back to the cloud, and then you go back to a hybrid, and we're going into cycle again and again. And with the explosion of digital information, all this availability in the cloud, data is available everywhere. And data now, a regular company might have more data than all companies together had 10 years ago. So all your data is out there, and you're going to get a lot more data. And you know that with the pandemic, a lot of the people working from home, and now you don't have just one office, we have many offices. And all this data is not at the safe headquarters, but just out there everywhere. And 75% of the users that work from home, part-time or full, they're not going back to the office, not anytime soon. So we have this exposed application and data anywhere in the world. You know, today, most of our data and applications reside on the cloud. 70% of the workloads are running in the cloud. So if you're working on the internet, you are working in the cloud. So it's really hard to secure users and applications. It's just you are open to attacks from invisible enemies, and you have a lot of attack surface to cover. And security can be pretty hard. So how we can protect ourselves from this invisible, powerful enemy? So we need a better solution, because right now we have all that existing technology just accumulate more appliances, more products, more services and internal procedures, how to say, but it doesn't really help. And, a regular company has like more than 70 security tools running, and nobody can monitor them. They just make thousands of alerts each day. It's unsustainable and requires an army of incident responders and analysts to just run after this issue all the time. But the sad truth is that this army of people does not exist. There's millions of security jobs open in the market, and the average CISO is lucky to see a second year anniversary, because either it's a data breach or they just burned out because of all of these issues. And you're all the IT professionals, security professionals here in the audience, you are charged with securing your company most valuable assets, all your data, your IP, your customer information, but you're totally outgunned. You can't go on looking for more alerts, more issues, running after issues that you cannot fix, and it's just unsustainable. Who thinks here that we are more secured now? Who feels secure in the data, let's say like 10 years ago? Do you feel, raise your hands if you feel that your data is more secure than 10 years ago? Okay, there's nobody. Anyone thinks that their data was much more secure 10 years ago? Anyone? Yeah, okay, a lot of majority is silent, but I think that people still are getting a hangover. So yes, we probably were more secure. So I think that as professionals in security, we pretty much failed here. Okay, we just putting more products and we're not delivering on that. And we need a new approach. We need to think our security approach and to embrace a zero trust architecture. Zero trust just eliminates the subjectivity from the security posture. It makes it easy to see what's relevant and what not. Oh, sorry. And managing the policies should be done in one place. So we need policies for all the services done in one place, stored locally but enforced globally. And we need to push the enforcement to the edge, put the enforcement closer to the users. It would be much better if I'm doing the enforcement much closer to you here. And you'll feel much more secure if I do the enforcement here than somewhere there in the cloud. So it doesn't have to be very complex. And we have a new approach. And Forcepoint take this 3-2-1 approach. Pretty simple, only 3 numbers to remember. So the three sources we need to secure. We need to secure web security, people going to the web. We need to secure cloud application using CASB technologies and private applications. And with web security, for example, now user working from home, you want to secure their endpoints when they're browsing the web. Maybe setting an acceptable usage policy so they don't waste company resources, so they don't go into unwanted sites. Maybe let them go to some of the suspicious sites because everybody needs to do business. They have to go into the internet, maybe get some files from and links, but make sure the malware is inspected and we don't get any malware inside. We want to also coach users not to use shadow IT. Shadow IT is a very big problem. Can be a few risky applications there, data can leak from there. So we want to coach these users. We don't want to block them. We want to enable them and coach them to go to their company assets, the sanctioned application that we have. And we, of course, want to enforce DLP controls. Data protection, wherever we don't want to see your data posted on the internet. With the CASB, this is a cloud application. Most of our data and applications today are in the cloud. So we want to be using the cloud in a safe and secure way. So how do we get user access to the cloud there? For managed endpoints is very easy, but also for personal endpoints. The productivity today is driven by users wanting to use their own private devices and want to allow that, but we want to make it secure. And also, we want to provide data protection. Data is going to the cloud, streaming to the cloud. Most of the data is now in the cloud, so we want to make sure that our data is safe there, applying DLP controls. And the last part of private apps. So this can be some mission-critical applications, something that cannot be on the cloud, maybe in the headquarters or in your private cloud. And you want to provide user access to it, but they can't, maybe they're not in the office. So you don't want to give them VPN access and open the entire network segment out there. You're putting people on the network, they will do lateral movement. They will expose the servers. So you want to just get rid of the VPNs, give just a zero trust network access, which means just giving you access to the service without opening any other risk exposure. And of course, we want to use the same DLP engines that we used for the other channels. We want to use the same malware inspection engine that we did for the other engines, for the other channels. And we can cut on costs when putting this in. And now the 2. So 2 is in and out. So we want to keep attackers out, of course. But it's easy to block. We don't just want to keep them outside. We want also to let users go to unknown sites, maybe uncategorized sites that we can't tell, but they might need it for business. We don't want to block the business. We want to enable the business. So we might let them go there, but then we'll put some preventive measures or isolation or any type of control that we can keep them safe. And the in, of course, we want to keep our data-sensitive data in. We want to prevent external sharing. We want to prevent data leaking to shadow IT, to personal cloud applications, and so on. And the one is the platform. It's a zero trust platform. It's based on just one SASE architecture with just one console, consolidating all these services just one policy set to control the data and the application and the web, and just one location, just one channel. So the advantage here is clear. You get low latency, high fidelity system with near infinite scalability. It's built on a public cloud hyperscaler. So this one is built on modern architecture, microservices, and auto scaling. And this is what makes us different. So I want to show you a few, they talk about some key use cases that we have with these technologies. So how do the business use this technology? So first one is one of our investment banks. So this is a customer for DLP. I told you before, we have a market-leading DLP. Now it's the best in the market. I challenge anybody for that. But they want to go to the cloud, because everybody is going to the cloud. They're starting to deploy Office 365. How can they use the DLP estate that they have, and they want to extend this to the cloud without leaking? So they want to provide controls for the users in the cloud, but don't lose the data. And they want to use the same classifiers, the same technologies that they detect sensitive information on premise, but in the cloud. So this is something we can do for them, for managed devices, but also for personal devices. So this is how it plays out. A user can go from his personal laptop or from the company device and log into Office 365. And usually you would go to through Okta or some either IDP, Azure AD, Ping, what have you. And after you authenticate, you can just work on your application normally and get the same streaming with the fast, no latency access to Office. But we can still provide DLP control. So if user trying to download, they will be blocked. If they're downloading to a personal device, for example, or if this content is sensitive with Microsoft Information Protection, with any sensitive, with fingerprinting, with any other DLP technology that you want to use. So another use case is beefing around security for web services, especially for users now working from home with their laptops of work. And we have a large ISP customer. They have all their employees, call centers and all. They're working from home now. And they do have a firewall with URL filtering, so they can filter some of the content, but they don't want to backhaul the traffic of all the users back into the office, because it would not be practical. It would kill the user's experience at all. So they use our platform and to apply malware inspection, to apply all the controls that we talked about before. So this is how it plays out. The web can be a dangerous space, and this customer want to apply accepted user policy. So the usage must be accepted. So if users are going to any unapproved site while they're working, so this should be blocked. And we can customize these messages, coach the user how to do it correctly, what to do right. And if users are still going to any suspicious site, like a customer is sending you a link to a document to show you the bill or something like that, you have to open it. So if a user are going to some suspicious site, we can provide anti-malware inspection with 3 different engines that you can choose from and get this information blocked. We can also control web in every application. In social networks, for example, we can control users from posting messages, from posting content, from uploading files. If user are trying to upload to LinkedIn, for example, or to any other social, we can block that from happening. You don't want to see your information by mistake sent into the cloud. So anyone can block bad stuff, right? It's very easy. You can just categorize the bad URLs. And the easy stuff is good as well. You know what is good and you can let it through. The problem is with the gray area. Suspicious content, we don't really categorize it's new, but we don't want to block. The business might need it. We don't want to slow down the business, because security is just here to enable the business to run. So for this, what we can do is use remote browser isolation technology, which is integrated to the product, and open a container with a browser in the cloud, and just let the user go and see what this container sees. And if there is anything there we can isolate it by stripping all the active content, all the JavaScript, Ajax, all the active content will be stripped from the page, and we just forward this traffic back to the user. We can also do it with video streaming, so the user can get a video we set all the pixels, and the user can see all the video of the browser, what's going on there. So they're totally aired up, and they're not vulnerable. And usually you don't want to give downloads to people when they're using gambling sites, okay, because you can get infected really easy. But if you do, we can sanitize this content with our content sanitizing technology, recent acquisition that we made. Amazing stuff, and we can, with 100% certainty, we can sanitize all this content. So the last use case I want to talk about is the CTNA, the VPN replacement, as they call it. So now we have a medical company in UK that we work with, and they're been a customer for some time. And during the pandemic, they made a lot of mistakes that a lot of companies made, and they just gave a lot of people VPN access to the office because they wanted people to continue working. And well, it's bad because it costs a lot of money, and it's opening us risk exposure because people are now in the network, and you have not only employees, but you have contractors, and you have auditors, and you have all kinds of people now in your network. So we don't want to expose the network because this invites lateral movement, and attackers can see what's other there. And we want to reduce your dependency on these appliances because, as I think that you said yesterday, if you have a VPN for 100 people and you put 1,000 people on this VPN concentrator, it will just break down and give you very bad user experience. So not only we want to reduce the dependency on VPN and provide secure access without risk exposure, we want to also apply the same controls that we said before, the data protection, classifiers, the malware inspection, all of these technologies, we want to put them on the same channel. So when users log into the portal of Forcepoint 1, and they see the application that the administrator gave them permission to access, and we can differentiate between managed users and unmanaged users. We can use certificate, registry keys, all kinds of technology to know that your device is compliant and it's allowed to get to this application. And so when a user is going to maybe a private application here, like Nextcloud, it will be redirected through a reverse proxy technology that powers this CTNA engine. And there is a CTNA connector on the back, which forwards this traffic to the application there. And you can work seamlessly from the browser. If you are on a managed device, you can do any TCP application, which is like RDP, SSH, and so on. And if, of course, we have the same control, so if users are downloading, then you can block any downloads to personal endpoints or anything that is sensitive that is not allowed on the network. Similarly, if users are uploading malware or uploading anything, you can block this from any endpoint. So we do all that with user intent-based policies. So it's very simple for the administrator to understand and to configure right from the top down, like a firewall policy, actually. So you can imagine, for a moment, the power of securing your office user, your remote user, your data in multiple cloud applications, everything with the same zero trust platform. You're controlling the web, CASB, public apps, private apps, everything with the same set of policies, preventing malware and data protection with the same engine for everything in one integrated cloud console. So this is the magic, and you can do more than just imagine. You can just embrace the Forcepoint 1 solution and rest easy knowing that your data is secure, your team is protected, your reputation is safe, and democratizing your data asset will increase your productivity here. Zero trust just reduces your risk, period. So your risk exposure is going down, and controlling this, the amount of appliance that you need, reducing the amount of processes, reducing the amount of alerts that you get in a single system, really reduce the cost in every facet of the business. Plus, with one console, it's easier to have visibility and control to your entire user base, and we will ensure that your company is working according to the law with this ever-changing regulation in the cloud. So the world is continuing to transform, and this is not the end, because it will continue to transform next year and the next year and the next year. So if you like what you saw, I welcome you to go on our website and see more. You can scan this through QR code or just go online. Talk to us if you would like to learn about your unique needs and show you a customer demo in an environment just like your own environment. And if you want, you can take the product for a test in your live environment. We can show you that as well. I think this is everything. I hope it was beneficial. If you like the power of the one, and you want to be part of this amazing thing, please contact us. We're going to have a workshop today in the Orange Room. If you want to move left of loss and start the breach, go back to the past, prevent the next breach before it happens, please come to our workshop this afternoon in the Orange Room. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the conference.